So I decided that I'm gonna crochet the halibut sweater. Even though it's a knitting pattern, I figured since it's just a chart, I should be able to crochet it. It says 4mm needles, so I'm using my 4mm crochet hook. And I decided that since I'm only doing like 10 repeats around, I'm starting with a certain amount of stitches and then I'm increasing to meet the pattern around, if that makes sense. So like right now for me, it fits about right here. I'm on my 4th row of my collar, and as I go down, it'll just increase more and more. So hopefully it works. Hopefully it's not too small. I think the initial pattern has 6 to 8 inches of ease, which for me, I think that's a lot. I don't want that many, so I'm doing it a little bit smaller. So we'll see how it goes. This is what we've got so far. Okay, so I'm gonna say that this is day 2-ish? No. Day 3? Today's day 3. And pretty much the first day I got like the whole black portion done, which is the collar portion. And then I think I did like 1 or 2 rows of the chart, but I'm on now on the 14th row of the chart, and I'm on row 25 total. So this is what we're looking like. I'm a little afraid that it's going to be too small, but I'm just going to keep going and we're going to see how it goes. Quite frankly, getting a little scared, but we'll see. It's of course the same on both sides. I finally ordered more yarn. This is how much blue I have left, which is like nothing. And I'm on my first ball of black. I've decided that I'm gonna take apart my gray and black alien sweater because I just don't like it. So I'm gonna use the black yarn from that, which should be at least 3 or 4 balls. And then I have like 10 balls of Malbrigo Rio Anniversario that I have just never used for anything. And I figured I'd probably use black yarn more because I normally use Va, so black is close enough to that. So I'm just gonna dye those black. I keep postponing buying the dye, but I'm gonna buy the dye and then I'm gonna dye a bunch from black at the same time. So I should have more than enough yarn to finish the sweater. So I am on day 2, 3, I think day 3 worth of work. This is what we've got so far. I think I'm on row 19 of the chart. Cute. This is how much black I have left. I got my yarn order in, so now I have more blue to work on it. So the struggle that I'm running into is that I had a bunch of like other Malbrigo Rio balls that I was like, I'm not going to use these anytime soon, and they were a bunch of different colors. So I was like, yeah, I'll just dye them black because that's how that works, right? So I dyed 7 balls of yarn black to finish the sweater. It looks fine, but you can clearly tell that these are 2 distinct different shades of black. So technically I still have no black yarn. I do have this tiny bit from a different project that I'm gonna use, but I'm thinking when I run out, maybe I'll do like a few rows of this, and if it looks horrible, I'll just pull it out. I'll just frog it. But that's where we're at. So pretty good progress. Really, what stopped me the last time was running out of yarn because I ran out of blue yarn. So if all else fails, I'm just going to order more black yarn, which is going to push the project back even further. I was hoping to get this done in the next 2 weeks, but It is not looking like that's going to be a possibility. I may start a different project with this yarn though. It still had, like, it was, what did I dye? It was Anniversario, so it was a bunch of different colors. And like, I don't know if you can see, but like it has like hints of red in it. It doesn't really pick up that well on the camera, but I can see it. Like some of the spots did not saturate that well. And it's not that I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I even dyed it black twice because the red was still peeking through. At this point, I'm wondering if because like some of the base was red, that it caused it to be like more of a red black, and if I dye it with some indigo maybe or some gray, that it'll help darken it up. Because I would love to save these 7 balls, or I have no project to do with them. So that's where we're at, which kind of totally sucks, but we got to trek on. Remember, wow, the glare, how I was working on my halibut sweater, but I was running out of yarn. As you can see, I have more progress done. The last time I checked in, I was on row 19. I'm now on row 33. I was very worried that it was going to be too small. It is looking less and less like that is going to be a factor, and that it's definitely going to be big enough. So this is what we got. I know I stopped because I was like, this is how much black yarn I have left, but I got my yarn in the mail, so I ordered 6 more balls of black. So I'm thinking between this and the blue that I should have more than enough yarn to finish the sweater. I've been taking a break. I think I'm almost halfway through the chart, I believe. I could be wrong. Let's see. No, I'm wrong. I'm on 33 rows on mine, but on the physical chart, I'm on row 22. I'd be way farther if I was at 32. Let's see if I can get those 10 rows done today. That'll be my goal. That's my plan. There's 64 rows, so let's see if I can get to 32. So I will at least have half the chart done, and I can get a better gauge at how big this is actually going to be. So this is where we're at. I am using Malbrigo Rio black, and I believe this is cyan, the blue cyan, and I'm using a 4mm hook. So I believe this is my day 4 progress, and let's get some work done on this, and I will check back in when I have umpteenth amount of rows done.